What do you get when you mix Hollywood's golden boy, an Oscar slap heard around the world, and now AI-generated fake fans? Answer: Will Smith's career. And trust me, it's uglier than that lady in his promo video with 45 hands. Yeah, you heard right. Let's talk about how Will Smith keeps finding new ways to outdo his own downfall. Spoiler alert, it's getting worse and fast. Fact 1, the slap that shook the world. Alright, let's rewind to March 27th, 2022, the Oscars, Hollywood's biggest night. You've got designer gowns, overpriced champagne, and a room full of celebrities pretending they like each other. Then boom, Will Smith decides to audition for the UFC live on stage. Chris Rock makes a joke about Jada's shaved head, and Will storms up like he's about to present the award for Best Left Hook. The slap wasn't just loud, it was seismic. Twitter exploded, the internet melted, and suddenly everyone's grandma knew how to make memes. Chris Rock's reaction? Iconic. Wow. You could hear the collective gasp from millions of living rooms worldwide. It was like watching your favorite teacher punch the principal. And here's the real kicker. 5 minutes later, Will is back on stage accepting the Oscar for Best Actor. The speech? Tearful, emotional. Love makes you do crazy things, he said. Yeah, crazy like sabotaging the biggest night of your life in front of 16 million viewers. Instead of being remembered as the night he finally won Hollywood's highest honor, Will Smith will forever be remembered as the guy who turned the Oscars into WrestleMania. The man literally slapped the biggest achievement of his career right out of his own hands. And the fallout? Brutal. Overnight, the polished, charming Fresh Prince image got body slammed into the dirt. He went from being Hollywood's golden boy to the face of impulsive celebrity meltdowns. Studios hit pause, endorsements disappeared, and the Academy banned him for 10 years. 10, that's longer than most celebrity marriages last. But if the slap was the spark that lit the fire, Jada's truth bombs were the gasoline. Let's talk about how the marriage drama turned Will from legend to living meme. Fact 2, the marriage meltdown. Remember when Will and Jada were Hollywood's power couple? Yeah, about that. Turns out Jada had an entanglement with singer August Alsina. Translation, affair. Then came the kicker. She admitted she and Will hadn't even lived together since 2016. Fans weren't sure if they should cry for him or meme him. Spoiler, they memed him. King of Cuck memes isn't exactly the title Fresh Prince had in mind, but while the marriage drama tanked his image, the real backbreaker was his career at the box office. Let's roll that disaster reel. Fact 3, the box office bombs. After Earth, Collateral Beauty, Gemini Man, and even Men in Black 3. If you thought those were bad, critics did too. His comeback attempt with Emancipation, more like evaporation because it vanished from theaters before anyone cared. Once a guaranteed moneymaker, Will Smith is now the Hollywood equivalent of a risky stock your uncle swears will bounce back. Spoiler, it won't. But hey, when movies flop, you can always return to music, right? Wrong. Fact 4, music nobody asked for. Will drops the song I Like Pretty Girls. The internet drops a collective WTF. Over 60% of viewers hit dislike. Critics called it embarrassing, shallow, and a midlife crisis dressed up as a music video. Even reaction YouTubers couldn't sugarcoat it. This is trash, man. Flaming dumpster fire trash. And if you think bad music is rock bottom, nope, because AI is here to lend him a fake hand, or in this case, 45. Fact 5, the fake AI fans. Alright, let's talk about Will Smith's latest tour promo. And yes, I'm using air quotes because this thing looked less like a hype video and more like a trailer for a horror movie called AI Apocalypse, the concert edition. Will drops a video online showing a packed crowd cheering for his European comeback tour. At first glance, you're like, oh cool, Will's still got it. But then you look closer and realize the fans are glitching harder than a PlayStation 2 on dial-up internet. We're talking extra limbs, melted faces, and one poor lady who somehow had 45 hands. 45! She looked like she was auditioning for a Mortal Kombat fatality. The crowd wasn't vibing, it was morphing. Instead of emotional fans, it looked like the world's first flesh-based transformer. Naturally, the internet had a field day. Comments rolled in like, even AI wouldn't show up to his concert. Bro fought rogue AI and robot. Now he's paying them to be his fans. And honestly, they're not wrong. The irony is so thick you could spread it on toast. Now, why would Will even do this? Some people think it's a budget move, like maybe he didn't want to rent a real arena or hire extras, but come on. This is Will Smith, the guy who used to make $20 million per movie. He's not broke, he's just broken in trust, because if you're confident in your fan base, you don't need AI mutants pretending to clap for you. Even big YouTubers like Penguin Zero roasted him, calling him the human version of asbestos, once celebrated, now universally seen as toxic. Ouch, that one's gonna sting worse than the Oscar slap. But here's the real damage. Fans don't just see this as lazy, they see it as desperate. Other stars use AI to enhance their shows. Travis Scott did a whole Fortnite concert. ABBA used AI for their hologram tour. Cool, innovative, futuristic. But Will, he used AI like Photoshop for his ego. And when people caught on, the backlash was instant. Instead of looking like a legend, he came off like a has-been who has to invent fans just to prove he still matters. And let's be real, once your audience thinks you're faking applause, your credibility's gone. Nobody roots for the guy clapping for himself in a mirror. But the AI fiasco is just one theory people are running with. Some even claim it's proof that Will's broke. Is that true or just another internet rumor? Let's dive into fact 6. Fact 6. The Is he broke rumors. Some fans speculate Will's gone broke, that AI was a cost-cutting move, but nah, Will isn't broke, he's just bankrupt in trust. Hollywood execs don't trust him. Fans don't trust him, and when trust is gone, money isn't far behind. Now compare this to other stars who tanked their careers, but actually clawed their way back. Fact 7, the comeback contrast. Robert Downey Jr. went from handcuffs to Iron Man. Keanu Reeves went from heartbreak to Hollywood's kindest man. Both bounced back with authenticity and killer projects. Will, he gave us fake fans, bad music, and more drama than a Netflix reality show. Instead of a comeback, he's staging a cringe fest, and if you thought the internet would go easy on him. Oh no, social media lives for this stuff. Fact 8, the internet's favorite punching bag. Reddit, X, TikTok, take your pick. Everywhere you look, Will Smith is a meme. Will Smith might have won an Oscar, but he lost big time at home. Ouch, the guy went from Fresh Prince to Fresh Punching Bag, and the internet isn't running out of jokes anytime soon. But let's not forget, Hollywood loves a comeback. So does Will still have a shot? Fact 9, the chance of redemption. Sure, anything's possible, but here's the thing. Comebacks require authenticity. They require heart. And so far, Will's been serving desperation with a side of CGI. Unless he lands a role with serious weight and drops the gimmicks, redemption is about as likely as After Earth 2. And that brings us to the final truth, the bigger picture behind Will's downfall. Fact 10, the real lesson here. Will Smith's story isn't just about one slap, one bad marriage, or one AI video. It's about how quickly Hollywood can turn on you when authenticity gets lost. Fame, fortune, even an Oscar, all of it can vanish in an instant if you trade sincerity for stunts. Will didn't just dim his own star, he unplugged it. So what do you think? Is Will Smith done for good, or does he have one last blockbuster comeback left in him? Drop your take in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next deep dive into celebrity chaos, because trust me, Hollywood drama never sleeps, and neither do we.